Hello Marvel Heroes fans, my name is Wilfred and welcome to my channel. This is yet another videos on the Marvel Heroes Omega. And today's topic, let's talk about how to get the most from this game without paying a cent. This is mainly for those who are new to the game and like to try it out and see how to get the most out of it. And also in this video, I would like to talk about what do I recommend or do I not recommend, some aspect of the game. To help you think whether you want to pay or not to pay, and what you can do to get out the best out from this game, and also some tips for you to manage your stash. Now, I know a lot of you probably have followed my channel for quite some time. I've played about more than 4,000 hours in this game, spent about probably more than like $800 US dollars on this game as well. So I've done a lot, I've seen a lot. So people ask me, do I recommend this game? I would say it is a yes for those who do not intend to spend money or invest too much time in it. You will get a decent 20 to 40 hours out from this game by not paying a cent if you follow this guide. Is it good or bad? I mean, it is good because, a lot of games you purchase these days, if you spend about maybe $20 or whatnot, you probably get about 20 hours or 40 hours of fun anyway, so why not just play? But it would be a strong no as of now to invest too much time or even money on this game, because this game is kind of in a flux right now. The new development team still haven't really earned the trust and the respect from the community, and it's quite a mess right now. In case if you don't know, if you are from a console world, yes, it is good news because everything is new, but then it is the same company that built this same game, so that tells the sign of what the future will be for you even as a console player. For a PC player, you probably know all the dramas going on with the forum, whatnot. So if you're new, approaching this game with fresh mind, which is good, but before you invest time and money in it, just listen to some of the veterans' some experience sharing on why it is not the right time to put money in it or time in it, right? But my opinion will change as and when the game turns into better. All right, now, then you may be asking yourself, so what do people pay? Because it is a free-to-play game, but it is also a pay-to-play game. So I just would like to be upfront with you. I do not want to hide. I'm not from Gazillion. I refuse to join the influencer program because I want to stay independent. And so what people buy in these games are such stash. It is important because there'll be a lot of junks in this game, a lot of items. They created so many item type because they like to sell stash. I'm guilty of it. I have tons and tons and tons and heaps of them. You can use money to unlock heroes and so on faster. You have ultimate token that I'll talk a little bit about later as well to make your heroes more powerful. Booster here and there to help you get the better kind of like progress in this game, should you want to invest further in this game. And of course, the last but not the least, used to be my favorite, is the cosmetic items, because I always feel that as a free-to-play game, they really should make the game fun, so people like us will spend money in it to make our heroes or whatever looks better with funny pets and kind of like team up or whatever it is, but it should be just cosmetic. Now, how much money are we talking about here? Because I think putting things in perspective is important. People cannot understand a grasp, because I think if you are new to the game, you probably don't know what you are getting yourself into. So I'd like to be upfront with you if you are a PC player, and if you are not overbuying the balance, because of course the more Gazillion points that you purchase, the more discount it will be, and sometimes they do have some G discount. G sales. For console world, I'm not quite sure, seriously, so it's out of my league. But what I can tell you is that as of now, if you are just buying the Gazillion points as and when you need it, I think that should be the right approach for any free-to-play game, by the way. A hero costs about 9 to 13.50, kind of like a US dollar. It gives you about 10 to 20 hours of playtime. Now, this is really for the new players. For the veterans, it will be even less, because for the veterans, leveling is so much faster, things become so familiar. You probably a couple of hours you get it sorted. The hero is done. You have nothing to play after that, if that hero is not someone that you like to continue playing for hours. All right. Team up is 550 to 750. used to be kind of interesting to pick some team up to pair with your hero. Now it becomes kind of mandatory in some sense that more team up you have, the more powerful they become. So I don't know whether they will change it or not, but it become like a pay-to-play kind of thing. Stash-wise, about $5 if you get a general one, or $3.50 to get a hero stash. Hero stash has its restriction. You cannot just put any items inside. So we end up buying stash, and it is not uncommon to buy 10 or 20 or even 30 for myself. So you can add up, the money actually go up quite fast because the stash fill up really quick if you want to invest time and progression in this game. There are various types of boosts. I'm not going to go through all of them here, but what it really means is that it helps you get the because right now XP farming is the in thing. You have to get your progression and so on. You could say, I just play, I don't want to pay for the booster, but because there's no cap to the XP that you're obtaining, you forever be in bad food if you are not paying to play this game, because the number of hours you put in this game is always that number, but whether you want to multiply your progress with all these boosts or not, it's up to you. Previously there was a cap onto the Omega system, so you don't feel really disadvantaged even if you don't pay for the boost, but now it is different. The more you pay, the better your progress is. Same goes to the supply boost as well. People say you can still get loot by not paying. Well, I kind of disagree in a sense that if you don't pay for the boost or farm for it, which is very long and boring, there are some features that's unlocked for you. They have like a box that would be awarded to you once you kill a certain number of trash mob. It's kind of fun because it makes the journey more rewarding. But take that away, then would you still do it? Maybe, maybe not. So whatever you can't really see a reward, you probably wouldn't do, right? So people say, yeah, you don't need it, but I would say if you want a real progression with the limited time that you have, yes, I mean, it is something that you should have. Currency boost as well, I find that really, really useful because I mean, some of this currency farming is really boring. They make it so boring that you have to buy it because, like, Odin Mark farming, you farm for 1 Odin Mark, 2 Odin Mark, you play the same thing for like hours to get, just enough Odin Mark to be powerful. But, you pay a boost for $6 per 5 hours, then you get sorted. You get a lot of, kind of like currency to buy whatever gear, I mean, whatever enchants that you want to do in this game. So again, take that in mind that you probably need to pay about $10 per 5 hours, so $2 per hour kind of thing on average, if you just buy one type of it to play this game. So if you want to play like 20 hours and scale up by $2 per hour kind of thing, in that case, then you can do the math on how much money you will be prepared to set aside if you're serious about this game, right? You can always say, I can put a lot of time in it, but that's your choice, because even if you put a lot of time in it with the boost, you still get better off, right? The last one, not the last, I mean one of the last few one is ultimate token. This game has ultimate power and you have signature power and whatnot, so you could actually rank it up. In order to do that, you can do like if you watch my video previously on the armor event, you can do those things, and it is really boring after a while because you spend half an hour just hunting for mobs and going round and round in a circle. Nothing fantastic, nothing challenging in there. So you get 1 token, and that event only happens like maybe once a month and so on. So after 1 year, you get 12 tokens, but you need 19 tokens to make a hero powerful. So, and you may have multiple heroes as well. What do? You spend $25, you can get 1 hero to probably one of the best, at least become more powerful. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is that I know some of you may be rich, and it's fine because you can pay anything you want to progress. But if you are a bit like, not willing to spend a lot of money onto one video game, then you should take note of what you're getting yourself into, all right? Now, how about this? I mean, if you say you follow my guide and say that I'm not prepared to pay any money in it because I don't feel that I don't really have full confidence that the developer know what they're doing right now, or you say that I'm still trying out, right? I mean, there's no guarantee that things will be fine and whatnot, whether I like this game or not. Why do I want to pay $20, $40, $80, $100 on the game that I'm trying? So by following my approach, you will still be able to get at least like 80% or 90% of what you could enjoy in this game. You will have fun leveling one of your favorite heroes through the story mode. I think with the story mode revamp, story mode is one of the most fun experience I have. I mean, at least for one hero, I take them through it. some cutscene here and there, some story, you feel like a hero. You really feel like a hero in that story mode. So, and you don't need to do it too many times, right? Because you just do it one or twice, you get the idea. A game is finished in that sense. There are some other game modes like patrol zones, whereby the boss will keep spawning, enemy keeps spawning, terminals that you can go in, complete, and get out, kill the boss and come out. Those are fun. You don't need to be geared or level 60 to do that. You can enjoy it as you level your heroes. You can even play some Danger Room as well. Now, Danger Room is like for level 60 only content. It is like the end game content, but then there are actually a lower tiers for you to play without having to suffer too much on the progress. So you can still enjoy the kind of what is Danger Room. Again, after a while, it's the same old thing. So and there are other dated game modes as well, like X-Defense, like Holocene or whatnot. They're all redated. You may or may not want to play it. I wouldn't play it. So now, this game has a lot of rehash of the content. Whatever you experience during your leveling, whatever you've seen, the patrol zone, the terminals, the whatever, it is a rehash as you get higher difficulties. Between a normal to a heroic, to a cosmic, to in the future Omega, it is the same old thing. Now, the reality is this, right? As you take on higher difficulties, which is the same old thing that you're doing, you feel less of a hero, right? Because you get tougher, harder, you may not have gear, and then your hero keep dying. It don't feel great, all right? So you get frustrated. So I would say that, if you just want to have fun without playing Ascent, because you don't want to invest into progress, buying booster for all these things, well, you could actually enjoy as well. Just don't need to do the highest difficulties. If you want an ego kind of thing, like, I want to feel great, there are many other games that will give you the death on the end game kind of thing. This game is not really known for the end game progress. Just saying. And the last thing is that, well, what do you not be able to do without paying Ascent? It is highly unlikely that, okay, how should I phrase this? You could, without paying Ascent, do raid, of course. You just have to keep progressing with the limited stash space, which could be a little bit challenging sometimes because you do need space to store up some gear or store up some material and so on. But in the event whereby you are very committed, spend a lot of time playing it, I would just say that probably get a few stash here and there at least for you to properly play the game. But you could also play raid as well, but it will require a lot of time and effort to gear up and do all those daily, because you don't really have a lot of heroes. Without the number of heroes that you have, it doesn't boost your XP. Without the XP booster, your infinity system becomes very slow grinding. So you don't really feel great even if you visit a raid, can't really do much there. But you may pass the gear test because people can't really see how much infinity system you have. But you may not be able to play raid, but you can play a lot of things without paying 1 single cent. All right. Now, what's the approach to it? So this is my approach I recommend to you. First, start. You try heroes until level 10. Right. You can click on any heroes. You can click unlock, which you have to pay, or use Splinter. Or you can do try. Try will give you a sense of what the hero is like. Now, the problem with try is that it doesn't unlock all the features, or the skills, or powers, or talents. So you can't really sense what's the hero like in level 60. It's a little bit of gamble there. But I realize that sometimes when we play our heroes, a lot of time is whether we like the visual effect, whether we like the way that the voice over, the costume, everything plays a part. How the hero interact with other heroes. So from 1 to 10, you can actually get a sense of how things are. And you can just keep trying a few of them and then see whether that talk to you or not. And it is like dating. I can't tell you which one will be your perfect girl or perfect guy or whatever. But when it clicks, right? So that is what I would like to at least ask you to do. You may not need to try all the heroes, because after you try a little bit and you realize that, I come across heroes that I think and I feel that I can relate and play it. So if that's the case, congratulations, you can pick that one to play story mode. Play story mode, and you can play other modes as well. You can play Patrol Zone, play Terminals, do some legendary quests, do some quests here and there. And the thing is that, is it fun or not? Because After 10, 20 level or 30 level, you probably have a good idea whether a hero is fun or not. Do you like the spirit regen? Is it very, very tedious to have to just wait for resource to come back in again? Does it feel like very clunky, like you have to move in, move here, run out of charges and can't do anything else and I don't have anything to replenish my charges? Does it feel slow and is it like lacking in the area of damage? After a while, you get it, and if it is fun, continue to reach level 60. Otherwise, I would say if you're on a PC world, start a new account. That's fine because you can put whatever account aside and start a new account and start another new account. There's no limit to how many accounts you can start, and each account that you start with, come with a new hero anyway. Free one. So if you really, really don't like what you're having, and can't really reach 60 with that, just start another one. Not to worry about that. Say if you reach level 60, what should you do? Then you could continue playing a little bit more, maybe farm a little bit of endgame currency, try to gear up the hero a little bit, but then be prepared, you are just doing the same old thing again, like what you've done in level 1 to 60. The same old petrol zone, the same old terminal, the same old whatever it is. You could play a little bit of Danger Room as well, if that's your cup of tea, just to do some tournament as well, just for fun, for the Danger Room. Could be quite fun at the level 60, but after a while, you probably feel that, well, I can't really progress further, and the Cosmic Trial is not my cup of tea, I don't want to subject myself to all this torture. What do? Ask yourself, is the game still fun? If the game is still fun and you say that, well, I've got Splinter because the game reward me with a Splinter, or I've looted enough Splinter because I played for 40 hours, that's right about the time that you need to acquire from one hero, then you can go back to the beginning again and pick another heroes to level 2 story mode. And now that you have a better idea of what kind of hero you want to play, you can maybe pick something different. Because this game, after a while, all the heroes get a little bit similar to each other, right? So, or you say, I really like this type of hero, then you find one similar to this hero to play, right? So that is what you do. Or you say that, well, I don't have enough Splinter, I reached 60, I don't know what to do. You can always start another account as well and try to pick another one and go on and on. But if it is not fun anymore, then you say, well, if not fun anymore, you can just stop from there. So that's fine, all right? So now, something important to note, some advice for you is that, first of all, don't hoard anything because you tend to just pick up things that you're not familiar, and then after that, you keep it and you don't know what is it for. So my advice is that things that you picked up and it doesn't really relevant to you, as you level, most likely it's not something relevant to you. If you check out my video, Let's Play Black Bolt or Let's Play Beast, you realize that I don't really keep a lot of stuff. I don't even have the hero stash anymore for Beast, for Black Bolt, because I realized that without the unique kind of without need to store all these unique items to trade or to craft, there's really no need for me to have another stash to keep all these items. And all these extra items that you picked up, just donate and level up your vendor if so you wish to. But if you don't want to invest too much time in this game, then just I don't know, do whatever you want with it, but just donate it off. Hero packs, I personally do not feel that it's worth it. You pay about $20 or less, a little bit, for one heroes with the extra costume, with the extra stash. Now, like I said before, with some of this gear going away, I don't really find that there's a need to buy hero stash. Hero stash. As for costume, it's really whether you like. I mean, you can only use one costume, right? If you really absolutely hate the default costume, then you really absolutely love the alternative costume, then maybe it's worth it. But still, I wouldn't. I mean, a hero is just a hero, costume or not. I mean, So I find that it's a little bit too expensive versus the number of hours that I can get out from it. All right. So another thing is that resist buying stash because unless you're really committed to this game, you can. If you listen to all this advice and so on, you can actually play this game without buying so many stats and so on, right? As also fortune card is something that people ask me about how to buy and get certain items. I always say to people that fortune card is one of the, I think it's like a gamble. Some like to gamble, some don't. Be prepared to pay. I think for some of this fortune card that has a token to exchange, so there's a fail-safe kind of mechanism. Mark 1, no, I don't think so. But the later fortune card will have those fail-safe mechanism whereby if you open enough, then you can unlock that costume, even if you're really unlucky. But you probably will end up paying like $70 to $90 for that one costume. It's just pixels. So I really don't recommend. Boost wise, I mean, unless you're really committed to this game, you can farm boost. It's kind of boring, but I don't really bother with progress. Just enjoy your journey as a story mode and a few other game mode, and that's about it. Just and also you can play a test center as well, but I think that probably require you to invest a little bit money into it. I'm not quite sure these days, because I think for a test center, if you do not have any G balance, you probably would not be awarded with G. I do not know, but you can always go to the test center as a PC community, download the game and just play any heroes you like. There you can have like boosts that boost up to like 60 instantaneously. You can try any costume you like. So if you really want to try not to spend money in it, consider test center. Okay, now the thing is that I mean, like I mentioned before, what exactly do you play? Well, I mean, the story is one. Then I have a video on the Deadpool team up as well, so you can try to get a free team up. That's a really good one, by the way. For the PC world, at least there's a team up. I don't know for console would there ever be team up or not. But of course, it requires some heroes that can listen. You have to type it on the one of the beaches for one of the quest chain. Do check out my video on the Deadpool team up. Anyhow, you can play the legendary quest, share quest, and even GLF daily quest as well, just to get some of this like a progress, if so you wish to. Terminal, Plateau Zone, and also, I mean, if you are wanting to do a little bit serious, like doing raid, like I said before, get some Odin Mark and do some dailies like GLF quests to upgrade your recipe and so on, just to get a gear a little bit. But that is really repeated content. Whether you want to continue playing or not, it's really up to you. Okay, just a very quick tips on what to keep on your stash, because I think stash is limited. Having said that, you have 48 plus 30, so you said 78. 48 from your stash, 30 from the team up. And that, of course, a hero also have some as well. But I would say the one that you really need to store could be the Relics, which is the crit damage rating, because that one is for almost all heroes. Range and melee is also nice, and also life on hit. I mean, these are the 4 types that I recommend you to keep. That's all you have, and probably you will use one type onto your current heroes anyway, so you don't need to keep too many. Some crafting materials would be good, like the unstable molecule or various kind of like essence or whatnot. Those you just stack up, and for any crafting you do in the future, at least there are materials for you. And do read up a little bit on what kind of Euroforge or rune words you like to apply to your Euroforged, so that you could actually look out for those runes, because there's so many runes there. To play the rune game, you need to one stash $5 in order to play the rune game. Then you can keep all the runes. But I strongly don't recommend if you are just want to pay for free. All right. So now that is all really. Thank you very, very much for watching. And if you have other tips for your fellow gamers here, do share in the comment box below. And I would like to welcome you to the game if you are new. And just remember, you do not need to pay to play this game. But if you want to have progress and go serious with it, probably you need to pay a little bit more to play this game. All right, see you next time. Goodbye.